pre-washed it at the grocery store. That is not always the case. So once you take, yeah.
Even if they do pre-wash it at the grocery store, you should wash it yourself too, because you never know who's touched it.
I completely agree. So did everyone hear that? When you go to the grocery store, how many of you have ever seen that person that picks up 400 apples before they take the one? That person did not wash their hands before they touched that. So you should wash that apple. Very good point. So when we get this cantaloupe home, what do we do?
Wash it!
We wash it, and then what do? We cut it with the knife, right? And if it's not properly washed, we took that knife and we put it right, all that bacteria right into where we're going to eat it. So cantaloupes are very high risk. So this is a good example of something, but we should wash most of our fruits and vegetables before we eat it.
Yep.
Any questions about like cantaloupe? Eat them, it's delicious, and it's very good for you.
Yes.
But we're going to be wise consumers, right? Thank you so much.
Yay! Good job.
Okay, so we talked about food. Let's talk about our animal friends. Okay, who's got an animal? So you want to do, this is a mammal, right? So you want to do you want to go first? Okay, you want to go first? Okay, what's your name? Margot. Margot, you want to help me? So what is this, Margot?
Rat.
It's a big rat. And we already talked about one thing that they get, and that was this one. You want to read that? It's a hard one.
Plague.
Yeah, so we get the plague. And is it the rat that gives us the plague? What's it? What really gives us the plague from the rat? What is it?
It's
Oh, hold on to that. Keep that. That's the next answer. What do you think?
It's bite.
It's something bites us. It's the fleas. Yeah, the fleas carry it, and so when they jump on us, they bite us, they can give us the disease. But this is a very important vector, which is a name for an animal or some type of animal that can carry human disease around to us. What was the other one? How many of you have ever heard of Hantavirus? Yes.
What?
It was very famous during the Four Corners outbreak. Four Corners is 4 states in the Southwest. Now, Hantavirus does come directly from the rat. From where? The poo and the pee! The technical term is excreta. Because we don't want to say poo and pee. But it's poo and pee. And it causes a very serious illness that can kill people. Most recently, there was an outbreak of this in Yosemite. So, yes, so do any of you have a guess how you can prevent getting Hantavirus? If I said it comes from the poop and the pee, what do you think?
You spray down in the excrement and then you wipe it up.
Yes! So
Wet it down.
you wet it down. Any guesses why? If I told you, because you inhale it, right? So if you get it wet, it won't go into the air and get in your nostrils, because that's how you end up getting sick. The other thing we mentioned is if you guys are going to go camping and you haven't used their tent in a long time, or you have a cabin, open it up, let it air out a little while, and then wear a simple dust mask. It's a good way to prevent the disease. Yeah, these little ornery creatures actually carry a lot of diseases.
Yep.
Those are just 2 really good examples.
Yay! Thank you, Margot.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay. Of all of the things we've seen today, these are the 2 worst. By far. Okay? So what do you have? A bat.
Bats.
And I want to say thank you, Dollar Store, for having a very large Halloween section.
Yes.
There was a much larger, nastier bat, but I picked a nice small one. The cute, right? Because this is what they look like here in California. We don't have those Australian giant flying foxes. They look like cute little things. Are they cute?
No.
No. Do we ever want to touch them? No. Why don't you tell me why? What's your name? Aiden. Aiden, why don't you tell me why we don't like bats? Where can they carry?
Rabies.
Rabies. Did you guys know they can carry rabies?
Yep.
Who knows what rabies is? Yeah.
It's what you get when something goes dump. It's like a.
No, that's okay. It's a tough one. Yeah. What's rabies?
When an animal bites you.
Yes. So rabies is a virus that you can get into your body that's introduced from an animal that already has it. And usually what we see is they're foaming at the mouth and they're very aggressive. So whenever you see a bat coming really close to you, they don't like you. They're very, very scared of you. But if they come close, we don't go close, because if they bite you, they've got tiny little teeth. You might not even know they bit you, and you can get rabies. So stay away. If you do see one, you can call the health department, and we will come pick it up. Or tell your parents, don't touch it yourself, okay?
Maybe you can't feel it in your body.
Yeah, so that's the problem. So usually when we get a call and they'll say they woke up and there was a bat flying in their room, we'll have to get them tested for rabies, because you don't always know that, you won't always feel the bite. It's very superficial. I know.
Have you ever had a case in Pasadena?
So the question was, have we ever had a case of rabies in Pasadena? I haven't had one in my tenure, which is about 10 years at the health department. They're pretty rare, but we have had exposure. So we've had people bitten by dogs, a raccoon, a bat, and those sometimes they're treated if you can't quarantine the animal. So sometimes let's say you guys have a dog, your dogs can get a rabies vaccine, right?
Yes.
So if your dog has a rabies vaccine, it can prevent it from getting it and giving it to you. So that's another thing we can do to prevent it. Okay, the next one. Ebola. Did you know that Ebola actually came from a bat? We're finding more and more that bats are really, really bad for human disease. They create a lot of them, really bad ones. So Ebola, Marburg, they're both cousins, cause very serious disease in humans, and they think it came out of the jungles. Okay, so that's another one. And then the last one, Nipah, yes. This is one you probably have never heard of. I use this as an example because it came out of nowhere just a few years ago, and now we're seeing more and more cases. And part of the reason is because we keep going into habitats where these guys are sick, and then we get it ourselves. And Nipah, we think we got it from their saliva of drinking palm oil. We were getting it from the trees. They were licking it as it dripped from the trees, and then we were drinking it, and that's how we probably got it. Gross.
Is it here or?
It's not here yet. So Nipah is one of those ones where we haven't gotten it quite yet, but it's moving. Gross, right? Yuck. That's the bat. There's plenty more.